Hey, this is Anthony Cesari with SuccessForYourSongs.com. In today's video, I want to talk to you about chord progressions. Of course, as a songwriter, you've come up with plenty of chord progressions when you're writing songs, but one thing I've noticed with a lot of songwriters is they tend to write chord progressions in a style that's similar to the music that they grew up with. So a lot of times that's fine and that's the style that you want to be writing in. But sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you want to write more contemporary, or you just want to write to a different style. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, how you can write chords that are to a different style. So the first way to do this, or the first way that I like to use this method, is to look at the chords of a song that are already in the style that you want to like, or that you want to write to. So let's say, for example, you're trying to write a poppier kind of modern song, and it has these chords with this strumming pattern. I'm going to play a C, G, A minor, F chord progression, which is a pretty common progression. So it'll go like this. So let's say you like those chords, you want to use them in your song. That's perfectly fine. But let's say you don't want to just take them verbatim. You want to, give them a little bit of a twist, make them your own. So one way that you can do this is you can now reference a second song, and you could take the rhythmic pattern of that second song that's also in a similar style that you want to write to, and you could put that on top of those original chords. So let's say we wanted to write in a rhythmic pattern that's similar to Jack Johnson, which he does a lot of stuff that kind of sounds like this. So now we could take that rhythmic pattern and put it on top of our original C, G, A minor, F chord progression, and that might sound like this. Okay, so you can see how that, by changing that rhythmic pattern up in that way, it gave the chords a different style, which is a good start. We're laying the foundation for the song here. Obviously, once we put the melody on, then we can change things even further, but we want to start to be thinking in that way of changing the song even before we get to the melody. So one thing to do is, take the chords, copy the rhythmic pattern of another song like we just saw. Another way to change that rhythmic pattern is, you can reference you could try out a couple different things. So you could try like the Jack Johnson type strumming that I just did, or you can try referencing a song that arpeggiates the chords. So now you can take those same four chords and just play them maybe something like this. Notice when I did that, I also slowed down the tempo just a little bit, as tends to happen when you arpeggiate, which is fine. It is fitting for the mood of the song when I play it that way. But the point is, if you look at two different songs that are both in the style that you're trying to write to, you take the chords from one song and the rhythmic pattern of another, then you're really on your way to building the base of the song that is in the style that you want. And you don't have to worry so much about, falling into the trap of writing in your old familiar ways, which again is fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to break outside of that and get outside your comfort zone a little bit with your writing, try and write stuff to a particular style, this is really a good way to start with that. So again, your melody is going to have a lot to do with how your song turns out, but if you could start thinking about these things even before you get to your melody, you start thinking about it while you're just writing your chords, you'll really be on your way to writing a strong song that's in the style that you want it to be. So play around with that, have some fun with it, see how it works out for you, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.